قال وهو لا يهوى باشم وشايب باشم كاكوداش double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the brothers and the four corners as 8 pushing within truth, all things in certainty. I'm Brother Manata Saxon Shalom. Here to a real short impromptu video. You know what I mean? Just bounce up this article, so I might as well do a video on it one time. You know what I mean? Just whatever scriptures come to mind. Through spirit, of course. Right? So it says Israeli intelligence agency Shin Bet confirms Netanyahu funded Hamas, enables October 7 false flag. Israeli intelligence agency Shin Bet has confirmed Benjamin Netanyahu Israel-Slovakia long-serving Prime Minister secretly funded Hamas for years and enabled the deadly October 7 false flag to further his expansionist ambitions in the region. According to the Jerusalem Post, policies carried out under Netanyahu that the agency flagged as problematic and as contributions to Hamas's decision to invade, where his facilitations of Qatari funding to Hamas his facilitation of Qatari funding to Hamas and his opposition to proposed assassination of operations of top Hamas leaders at the time. Netanyahu's support for Hamas can be seen as a calculated strategy to justify broader territorial ambitions by secretly funding and enabling the group. He ensured that Hamas would carry out attacks, creating a pretext of security threats that could be used to legitimize full-scale military operations and occupation. Yeah, as did I say, cause-effect solution, right? They create a problem, and will have an adverse effect, you know what I mean? So they fund the opposing group, you know what I mean? Get them to oppose them. Solution, genocide. Take over the land to get their desired result, right? Netanyahu oversaw massive transfers to Gaza, 30 million a month in 2014 alone, while claiming the money was humanitarian at the time. At the same time, Hamas continued launching rockets at Israeli civilians. Warnings from Shin Bet in 2019 and IDF intelligence in 2020 that these funds were directly fueling terrorism were ignored. A 2023 New York Times expose revealed Mossad officials met Qatari leaders weeks before the October 7th attack, negotiating funds that propped up Hamas. Former Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman tweeted, "For years Netanyahu nurtured Hamas, and today we are all paying the price. In effect, by propping up the enemy, Netanyahu manufactured the chaos and violence needed to rally domestic and international support for invading Gaza and consolidating control over Palestinian territories. Even IDF soldiers report suspicious stand-down orders that cleared the way for Hamas's invasion." Sergeant Shalom Sheetrit told the Knesset, "There are no patrols at the fence until 9 in the morning." Sure enough, exactly on an hour later, sirens. An authentic Hamas battle plan obtained over a year prior was ignored, raising the possibility of deliberate internal enablement. Shit, man. Commenters say Netanyahu's actions provided the excuse for the near total destruction of ongoing starvation of Gaza and for moving toward de facto annexation. Former US DIA Director Michael Flynn called the attack an inside job. Somebody made the decision. Don't know if Netanyahu made it or the Southern Zone commander. That wasn't done hap- by hapstance. Netanyahu's fingerprints are all over the disaster. Years of funding, ignored intelligence, and a stand down that allowed Hamas to strike effectively a false flag attack with catastrophic consequences. And this is what he wanted, right? This is what he wanted. You know what I mean? He caused the problem. The effect was a all-out war. The solution, genocide, so that they could have the right to eliminate the people and take the territory. Right? There is Habakkuk 2. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yet also because he transgress by wine, old man neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot satisfy but guardeth unto him all nations, and he put unto him all people." Yeah, he can't keep it at home. Right? He always want more. As they say, expansionist. The article say his expansionist plan, right? For what he want to expand the territory, even at the cost of wiping out an entire nation of people, or displacing them, or however you want to put it, right? Verse 6, it says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that leadeth himself with thick clay. Leadeth himself with thick clay." Yeah, because what he taking is not his. It's not even there only. You know, but that is another video on another topic for another time. Alright? Fact of the matter is what he doing is of, you know what I mean, greediness more or less. You know what I mean? White out lives. He even care about the lives of the people. I really have to find that person, but I really have to take my time to find that person. I can't remember it word for word, but it just goes along the line of saying, you know what I mean, they're willing to destroy even their own people to get what they want that way. I really have to sit down and search for that person. That one come to mind, that I still remember the word and all exactly where it is, but I know it's somewhere there. The next piece of bad of mine was well known. If it's James 5. How did I miss that? James 5, I'm going to read it exactly straight. It say your gold and silver is conquered, which means it rusted or, you know what I mean? Right? It's infected, it's not pure, in other words, right? And the rust of them shall be a witness against you. Yeah, because you didn't get, who someone use trickery, use deceit, use violence, right? And shall eat your flesh as the fire. You have heaped together treasure for the last days, yeah? Because whatever they acquire from the nations, that will be taken from them and the Lord turn the fishes into hunters, right? I think this precept is in the book of Micah, but we could just read as we done here. Yeah, so that's exactly what they do. They want us, right? The greediness, as this guy's they can't keep at home, satisfied, right? They're just not satisfied. Like, we're going to read from what, let's say, Micah 12:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and look evil upon their beds, when the morning is like they practice it because it was in the power of their hand. Let's say they warning them since 2019, they brought up in 2020, you understand? And it was ignored. It was ignored. Soldiers talking about hey, we can stand up orders which allow Hamas to come and do whatever they wanted and so on and so forth. Right? They organize a battle plan to defend against, Hamas, and it was turned down, ignored by the higher ups, by the heads. Right? Because why? They work out that evil on the bed to cause the war so that they could do what they have to do and acquire what they want. Same thing what they're doing with the solar multi-B agenda. They want to cause a problem, bring a plan and offer the solution, right? It says, verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Yeah, they oppress you and your family. You know what I mean? They run you from wherever you grow. You know what I mean? They white touch, they might whitewash it like what they did to us. Do you understand, spirit? Cover the faces of the angels on the Messiah as white. So it was so called white at least. I'll eat them right. Nevertheless, I hope it was edifying and informative through the spirit and power of your passion, Shai, Bashim, Kakudash. Until next time, shalom.